American history buffs? Civil War. Monitor. Mirror-Mac. Well done. Alright, monitor the Mirror-Mac, guys, all flop. Okay, so this will be the curvature of the stern coming into view here. Alright, you guys are going to start to see some circles in a few seconds here. Alright. You guys will get on that side. No worries. Come on. Right. See how it arcs off right up there for you guys? Alright. See the circles? Alright, you guys can get the hatch coming into view in a second. See the circle right here? Hatch in here. Alright, you guys can get in that glass. You guys can get a square hatch in the middle in a second. And then also in the middle, you guys can get a big pile of sea rods in a second. Alright, in that big pile of sea rods, you'll see a big black hole. Alright, that's an inspection hatch to the lower deck. You guys up here, you can see the defined line on the edge of the wreck, right? This shipwreck right here, guys, known as the HMS Vixen. Alright, Her Majesty's ship. Right, you saw the boiler section coming in here. Alright. See all the round bulkheads? Right there. Right, that's all blown apart. That's why it should have been fully intact, right? Jason will be coming on and off this wreck multiple times, guys, so if you didn't manage to get the entire world jump into our ocean after just putting some rock on themselves. You're talking hundreds of millions of people, right? That's a lot of oil coming out. Something that you guys will be putting on yourselves every day on vacation. Yep, sunscreen, sunblock, contamination happens to be an old cast iron object. They do clean them up and drop into the shallow warm parts of the world, trying to grow artificial reef systems that it is working on great. Questions?
How deep is this water?
Sandy seafloor here is probably about 4 feet. Top of these corals, once again, is about 2 feet underneath the glass. The black and brown sluggy things you see in the sand holes? Sea cucumbers, yep. Yep, great question. Yep, swizzles for both of those questions. Anyone else? No? Question for you guys. What's the biggest killer in the coral reef system next to it? Scientists went back, did what they had to do, right? They came up with this. They came up, once you've actually integrated iron into the surface. Alright, this cast iron theory was put together down here in Bermuda. Alright, so what it is down here in Bermuda, known about our ocean. So with us not knowing this much about our oceans, there are a few different theories that float around of how to try and grow artificial reef systems. The best theory to date so what, they didn't stick this on your brochure? No? That's because Bermuda's got great acronym for that. Right? Red foraminifera, little red shell. Right? It's a little red shell the size of your pinky nail. It's actually what is known as the red foraminifera. You guys got that. They don't get their name because of their colors. Right? They get their name because their teeth have been fused together to make a beak. Right? What they use is beach here. Have a gander overboard. Good chance you guys might see one predating on the dock. Alright, they're like reds, yellows, greens, purples, blues, pinks, alright? Every color. You're never moving one fish in particular. Right? It's actually what is known as the parrotfish. You guys are going to see out here this evening. But as you guys are down here looking at these corals right now, there probably are a handful of you that are probably starting to wonder why we are it's called the purple sea fan. It's a purple fan in the sea. Right? See enough? Right? I'm going to tell you about that one in a second. Right? You're getting excited in Lakers style. Alright? That's what's known as the sea weirs. So definitely not pulled away in a couple of weeks, okay? So those are your hard corals. Alright, main piece of soft coral will be exactly where you had left it. You come back about 3 to 4 weeks later, that whole piece of brain coral will go on a day-to-day basis. Alright, so for instance, if you guys were to go down there, you'll, alright? The main reason why you guys don't want to be touching them is not only because you guys are going to hurt yourselves, alright, but more importantly, you guys will end up killing the piece of coral that you guys cut. Very nasty sting, right? Well, all these corals out here, guys, are going to cut you, burn, or sting you in some sort of way. But obviously, I'm not going to be the dude that sits up here and tells you guys which ones do. One more down there for you guys as well. Alright, it's like a rusted color. It was burnt orange, branch-like with little white tips on the end. Alright, this is actually what is known as the fire coral. Alright, now this piece of coral does not get his name from his appearance. Alright, he actually gets his name because his closest cousin down here is, in fact, the Portuguese man of war. You guys aware of this guy?
Oh, yes.
And it's jellyfish, right? Yep, 6th deadliest animal in the ocean. One more down there for you guys as well. Alright, it's like a rusted color. It was burnt orange, branch-like with little white tips on the end. Alright, this is actually what is known as the fire coral. Alright, now this piece of coral does not get his name from his appearance. Alright, he actually gets his name because his closest cousin down here is, in fact, the Portuguese man of war. You guys aware of this guy?
Oh, yes.
And it's jellyfish, right? Yep, 6th deadliest animal in the ocean, alright?